Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am so excited for this video because I get questions all the time about what is the best indie brand, what's the indie brand formula that I recommend the most, or just basically where should I start when getting into indie makeup for the first time, because there's so many brands, so many products, and I know it can be quite overwhelming. So I wanted to go ahead and do a quick list of my most recommended indie makeup brands. So this is going to be a list of 5 indie brands that I have personally purchased from. I've tried a bunch of their products. I've heard really good things about their customer service or had a good customer service experience myself. And majority of the products that I've tried from them, I have really enjoyed and thought that they were really great quality, which makes it easier to recommend their brand overall. Before we jump into everything, if you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Amy, and my niche here on YouTube is talking about independently owned makeup brands. I love to help anyone who's watching be an informed consumer and know whether these products and brands are worth your money or not. So if that sounds like content you would enjoy, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now let's go ahead and jump right on in. Okay, so I want to preface this by saying that this list of brands is in no particular order. I love them all equally. So the very first one I want to mention is Lethal Cosmetics, which is a German indie makeup brand that is completely cruelty-free, and everything they make is vegan as well. I love Lethal Cosmetics, and I definitely wanted to throw them in here because I've had really great customer service experiences with them. They've always been super helpful. I've always gotten my orders pretty quickly despite being shipped internationally, and their products are really high quality. There's only ever been one thing that I didn't super love, but it's grown on me a little bit, and that was their lip gloss formula. It's just very thin. It's a very unique formula. Everything else I think is amazing. I have a bunch of their lipsticks here. I have 5 different ones, and I think that they are all such a nice formula, super creamy, slightly satiny on the lips. I'm wearing Quest today, and then I also love their highlighters, which I didn't wear the products of every single brand I'm going to be talking about, but I did happen to wear the Lethal ones. So I am wearing their highlighter in the shade Isotope today, and I just feel like the highlight formula is so beautiful and soft and glowy on the skin. But you probably would hear about Lethal more because of their single shadows. They have an amazing single shadow builder on their website where you can go through and do the color story yourself and really visualize it, which I appreciate so much. I have a ton of their single shadows, but I have a little palette I thought I'd show you really quickly. This was based off of a palette they showed on their Instagram, and I just went ahead and moved my shadows around to be the same as theirs. And this was like watermelon sugar in a color story to me. I thought it was super cute with the pinks and the greens, but you can see their shadows are really beautiful. I do have a full video swatching and reviewing all of their shadows. If you want to learn more about them, I'll have it linked down below, but overall I just feel like all of their products are really high quality. They work really well for me, and I feel confident that recommending them to you, there's a really high chance that you are going to enjoy them. This is kind of hard to do because there's so many brands and so many products, but I really tried to narrow it down, so I hope you enjoy this. The next one I want to mention is going to be Sydney Grace Cosmetics, and they have really high quality, beautiful products. I think I would recommend Sydney Grace a little bit more for my neutral, loving indie makeup lovers, but they do have some more colorful options, and they have a lot of single shadows available. Actually, before we jump into the products, I do just want to say again, their customer service, I've had multiple really great experiences. One time I did a gift card as a giveaway for a subscriber, and there was an issue with the gift card working, and they were just super helpful, super kind, very quick to help as well. And I've been ordering from them for like over 2 years now, if I remember correctly. So I really enjoy Sydney Grace, and I love their loose highlighters. I feel like they are such an amazing formula. This one right here is Pink Lightning, which is my favorite, but I do have 4 different ones from them, and there's one more that's kind of on my wish list, although I'm not sure if it's going to be too dark for me, but I just love this formula so much. It's a more thick loose powder, which sounds ridiculous to say, like how can a loose powder be thick, but it just has like this emollient feeling to it, and it is so beautiful on the skin, so blinding, so pretty. I also enjoy their lip creams. They're a little bit of a thicker lip gloss formula, but they're really nice. And then beyond that, I've also been obsessed with their eyeshadow palettes recently and just having an amazing time playing with them. I feel like they're a really good formula, so if you're looking into a brand to try, Sydney Grace is definitely an amazing option. Okay, so next I had to go ahead and mention Divina Cosmetics. I love Divina so much, and their eyeshadows are just holy grail for me. So I went ahead and pulled out my single shadow palette from them. They don't have as many types of products. They have highlighters, bronzers, and eyeshadows. I really do like their bronzer as well. I have the lightest shade and it's super nice. But here is my eyeshadow collection. There's a few shades missing. I'm not sure where they are right now. They're probably in a different single shadow palette, but I love their shadows. I love the special ones that they have, like their Galaxy Dust, their, oh gosh, there's so many collections now, I can't remember. There's Classy Cakes, the Sugar Bombs, the Willy Wonka Exploders. They're all just so beautiful, and I personally normally use them with a glitter glue, but I think that they are just stunning shadows and they're super, super unique. They also have some really beautiful, unique matte tones. You can see I have a lot of greens here. This palette is a mixture of me purchasing myself and PR. I would say it's probably half and half. I really love Davina and I've bought a lot of products from them. So if you're looking for some beautiful shadows, they are an amazing place to start. And then as far as their customer service goes, for one, I've had really amazing shipping with Davina. Like I've said this before, but I remember one time making an order on a Friday night and then on Monday having the order in the mail. And I feel like that's like legit unheard of for an indie brand. So they are normally really fast about getting products out. And if it's a pre-order, then they're open about it and they let you know that beforehand. Also, I've had pretty good customer service. The only thing that I've ever had an issue with Davina about is that the shadows sometimes fall out of the pans. And what I mean by that is like I don't know how to explain that more. Like they sometimes fall out and they're a complete shadow. They're just outside of the pan and I have to pop them back in. So I personally always make sure that my Davina palette is sitting upright. I don't sit there and move it around. I don't put it upside down. So that's something to keep in mind. It's just like my one little tiny grievance with Davina, but it wasn't enough to not mention them as an amazing brand because again, amazing quality, amazing customer service, and I've never had a shadow from them come broken. They're always packaged super well, so I love Davina. Okay, next I want to go ahead and mention Tara Moon's Cosmetics, which is another brand that I absolutely love. I feel like customer service wise, I don't think that I've ever had an experience where I needed customer service, but I also don't remember ever hearing anything bad in my comment section or from other reviews that I've watched about the brand. So just throwing that out there. In fact, I've even seen them like go out of their way to reach out to people. This is my Tara Moon's palette. Again, there's a few shadows missing here, but I love their single shadows. I have a ton of their iridescent type of shades and I think they are so beautiful. Again, this palette is a mixture of PR and purchase because I've purchased quite a lot of these, but some of them have ended up being PR as well. So I love their eyeshadows. They have beautiful shades. I would say of all of the chameleons that they have, the iridescent chameleons are my top favorites. If you're looking for an amazing matte formula, theirs really stands out to me because it's super smooth, super easy to blend, and they have even done neons and made them blendable, which I really appreciate. Their pastels are really, really nice as well. I have a bunch of videos on their shadows, so I'll make sure to link them down below. I'll have a ton of links to videos that'll be helpful if you are using this video as kind of like a trying to decide what first indie brand to try. And then they also have highlighters, which I've tried 2 of them, and I do really, really like their highlighter formula. This is kind of the extent of their products as of right now. I know that they've been sneak peeking some lippies, but so far, so good. Really love their quality. All right, so the 5th brand I wanted to go ahead and mention today is going to be Glam Light. I love Glam Light. I've got 3 of my favorite palettes from them here, but they have done so many different amazing palettes. This is one where I've only tried their eyeshadows, even though they do have a few different products available now. I actually did recently purchase one of their highlighters to try, so I'm super excited about that. Again, with customer service, I personally haven't had any issues, but I've heard good things overall. I know that they're pretty open about when products are going to be pre-orders or not, and I just really love their quality. I think that they are a really fun indie brand. I know not everybody loves like the food themes, but I think it's something unique, and if it brings people happiness, then there's no reason to be upset about it because there's so many products on the market. But they do have 2 of their more like original regular rectangular palettes that I do enjoy, and I should mention of the 3 that I'm mentioning right now, I did purchase the Alondra Desi and the Cake palette myself, and then the Miracle one was PR, but this is a really cute one which has pinks and burgundies, and a portion of the proceeds to this went to the Susan G. Komen Foundation for breast cancer research. I really love this palette, and this is kind of when I truly fell in love with Glam Light because these 2 shimmers right here, Angelic and Amore, are just amazing. They're so smooth and buttery. They look so sparkly on the lids. I love it, and I love this color story. The Alondra Desi palette is really nice for more of like a warm, neutral palette. The shimmers in here, again, absolutely stunning. And then the Cake palette is such a beautiful, colorful one. I don't hate the packaging on this. It's not my absolute favorite, but it's what's inside that counts, right? That's me when I'm baking. I'm like, don't look at the cake. It's not cute, but it'll taste good. So this is what it looks like. I just find this matte formula overall pretty easy to use, and the shimmers in here are just so unique. And they're some of the best shimmer shadows you can find in a palette rather than singles. So I do really, really recommend Glam Light, and I love their products. I'm so excited for their new Ice Cream Dreams palette. I cannot wait for it to arrive. So those are the 5 brands that I recommend the most for you to try. If you are getting into indie makeup, I also have a video called Indie Makeup Brand Red Flags that I can leave down below for you, just so you can be careful about what brands you're trusting with your money. And then I also have one called Indie Makeup Misconceptions, which could clear up any misconceptions you might have from going over from originally being so used to buying makeup mainstream wise, if that makes any sense. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.